Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Let's make that all occasion card box. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new friends and to all of my new subscribers. Welcome back. To all of my longtime friends and longtime subscribers, thank you all so much for being here today. I really do appreciate it. In a previous video, I showed you how to make these cards very economically, and I hope you had a chance to take advantage of those deals at Joann. If you missed that video, I'll have it linked in the description box below because these items are still on sale. But we made these awesome cards. I only made 2, but today we're going to make a box that will hold all of your cards in envelopes. So why not go ahead and make a whole bunch of cards for all occasions and put them in your box and have them ready to go, or make up a box of all occasion cards and use that as a gift or a seller at your craft fair. Whatever you choose to use it for, I think you're going to like this process. It's going to be very easy. So I'm going to flip to my overhead camera because y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. All right, so here are those 2 cards that I made. They are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 with envelopes to fit. I'm going to set those to the side because we're going to make this box together. Now, I don't have one made already, but I have pre-cut the pieces because I'm pretty sure of what I want this to be. So here's what we're going to be using. Now, this will be a chipboard project, and I am going to be using 2 pieces that measure 4 7/8 by 3, 3 pieces that measure 6 1/2 by 3, and 2 pieces that measure 6 1/2 by 5. Now, this is a medium weight chipboard. It's the medium weight chipboard that I use on the channel all the time, and you can find it in my Amazon storefront, linked in the description box below. But if you don't have chipboard and you don't want to go buy chipboard, don't, because you can probably find some old cereal boxes or shoe boxes, anything that you can group together to get a hardboard consistency. You definitely want to double up if you're using a shoe box or a cereal box or something like that, because you want a nice firm board. Then I have some decorative papers, and none of these are cut to the exact size. We will cut them down as we go, but I am starting with 2 pieces that measure 5 3/4 by 12. Then I have 3 pieces of decorative cardstock, and like I said, I haven't cut these. They're 12 by 12s, but we will cut them down as we go along in the project, and I'll give you the measurements that I'm cutting because it will be exact for this box size. Now, one of the things that I want to point out is that none of the papers I've chosen here match this at all, and that's okay because this is going to be an all occasion card box. So I will have cards in it for a variety of reasons, in a variety of colors and patterns. So the box that you choose to make does not have to correspond with your cards and envelopes at all unless you want them to. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to join these 2 pieces of 12 by 12 together. And I'm going to do it using my double stick tape. And this, I believe, is my 1/4 inch tape. Let me cut that. And I'm going to put down another strip because I do want it to be just a little bit wider than a 1/4 inch on this fold over. So I'm going to peel away the tape backers from my double stick tape. And then we're going to take it and basically overlap it in that taped edge. Like that. I'll use my big old spatula to get this nice and stuck. So we'll take the 2 large pieces and 1 piece that measures 6 1/2 by 3, and we're going to place it right there. So I'm going to slide that up just a little bit. But before we do, on this end, I am going to place some magnets. So I am going to peel away the tape backer, and I'm going to take my magnets I'm going to place one right there. And then one, oh, let's say right there. So now I can take this and put it down right there. Now, if you're looking for those magnets, they're also listed in my Amazon storefront in the description box. And these are the 10 by 1 millimeter magnets. I think I have 3 sizes listed. So now I'm going to take this piece. I did turn my paper around because it's just easier for me to work on the right side. So I'm going to place that down right there. If you have any concerns about your placement, go ahead and use your little 5-in-1 tool and place it down to get your spacing. So now I'm going to take this piece and we're going to put it down like that. So now I'm going to take my finger blade and we're just going to cut across here. And make sure you save this piece because we'll be using it. And we're also going to cut across here. Or trim down here. And save this piece as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and move these out of my way. Flip over. And get that nice and stuck. So now I'm going to take my stylus, press it against the chipboard, and drive it into the paper to loosen those fibers just a little bit. It might help reduce your cracking if you have a paper that's prone to cracking. It won't eliminate it, but it might help to minimize it, minimize the severity of it. And then I'll also go on the inside. So now I can stand this up and just train it to fold over on all 4 sides. If you're concerned about mitering, go ahead and use that 5-in-1 tool. Place it like this and then cut. I am just going to go ahead and miter. So many of you have left comments that the 5-in-1 tool is really making a big difference for you. And I'm glad because it does help to take that guesswork out of how do I place this or where do I place that or how do I trim. So now I'm going to take some tape and I'm going to place tape along the edges here. You can use glue. I am just going to use tape right here, but we will be using our glue as well on other parts of the project. So let's go ahead and put this down. And let's work that tape into the chipboard. Now I'm going to peel away that backer. And now we'll take this piece. Let's fold over. Take this piece. Let's fold over. And I'll take a little bit of my tape runner and put it right there in the corner. And now when we fold this over, we'll have everything nice and stuck. So let me just go ahead and work that in. And let's do the same thing here. Then I'm going to take my big old spatula and just go along my edges to really square everything off. And now we're going to take these pieces that I have cut at 5 3/4 by 12. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take some tape, and we're just going to place our tape on the chipboard. And then I'm going to take my tape, and on one piece first, I am just going to place tape along all 4 edges. All right, so I have my tape along the 4 edges here, and I have tape here. So I'm going to go ahead and peel away the tape backers from both pieces. And now I'm going to take this piece, and I'm going to place it down like this. And so now you can see I only need a little bit for back here. So I am just going to take my trimmer, and I think I'll cut off a 2-inch strip. You don't need much. And we'll place that here. So I'll just take my tape, and we'll place tape. 2 pieces should do it. So now we'll take this piece, and we're just going to put it right there. So now let's just go ahead and work our spines. And wherever you have the magnets, this is going to be the front of your box. So my magnets are right there. This is the front. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to bring in the 2 pieces that measure 4 7/8 by 3, and we're going to take those 2 pieces and we put them in right here. So in order to do it, I need to cover these with paper because we want to have a nice pretty box here. So I'm going to take this paper, it's that scrap that I saved, and we're just going to take this and put it all the way at the end. And y'all, I'm going to zoom in so that we can get nice and close on this. So I'm going to take my blade, trim away that excess, and then I can flare out right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and just fold it over. But before I do, I need to add some adhesive, and I think I'll just go with tape. So I'm going to put tape on like this. 3 pieces ought to do it. So now we can take it, stand it up, and just fold it over like that. Let's trim away the excess. Go ahead and square off that top as well. Let's do this piece. So here is what we're going to do. Those of you who've been with me for a while, you know this is my box making process. Very easy, and it works. So we're going to take this piece, we're going to put it in, about 1/8 of an inch. And then we bring it up like this, and this is how it's going to look on the side. So I'm going to grab my glue, and y'all, what we do is we place our glue on the 3 raw edges. So I'm going to take my glue, and I just run a bead of glue along the 3 edges. Then we're going to take this, and when we put it in, I am going to place it in about 1/8 of an inch from the edge, we fold up here, and we fold up here, and basically we just hold it. And y'all, this is going to hold. So I have been making boxes like this forever, and as long as you're using a good quality glue, you don't have to worry about your box coming undone. Just keep pressing in on the side and pressing down on the top so that everything is hitting, because you want a good stick. And so while that is drying somewhat, we'll go ahead and do the same thing with this piece. So I'm going to take my glue, place my glue along the chipboard here. The three edges, the three raw edges. And then we do the same thing over here. We're just going to take this, put it in like this, about 1/8 of an inch going in. And then we just press in on the sides and press down. And in about 1 minute, we'll be able to set this off to the side so that it can dry. All right, so this is how it's going to look. You can see my glue right there. It does dry clear, so you don't have to worry about the glue showing. This will dry clear, and it will be as beautiful when it's dry as it is right now. All right, so now we can set this to the side, and we can work on our top. So we're going to take our remaining two pieces. I am going to remove the tape backers. We'll place it down like this. And then we'll place this piece down. Like that. And then I'm going to trim this way. And I'll take my stylus, go in here, and like before, we're just going to work those fibers. And now we can stand this up like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just notch in right there, and then we'll miter right here. I'll notch in right there at that point, and then we'll miter right here. So this time I'm just going to use my glue, and I'm going to take these pieces, glue them, and then let's fold over and get these stuck. Same thing here. Fold that over. Just get that stuck. Same thing here. So now I'm just going to take my finger blade and trim here and trim here. You can place it in your trimmer if you want, but I just decided to do it this way. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to take my magnets, going to put my two magnets right there. So then I need to get my magnet placed. So for me, I'm just going to place some tape right in here so that it can catch those magnets. So I'm going to peel away the backers we're going to take this piece, and I'm not going to press too hard, but I am going to take it and put it on so that it matches right there and everything looks nice and even in the front. And then I'll just sort of press and lift up, and there are my magnets in perfect formation, exactly where they should be. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to take my tape and I am just going to place my tape back here like this. Then I'll just peel away my tape backer, and I'm just going to take my finger blade and just cut across here. And then I'm going to take this piece, and I'm not even going to measure it. I'm just going to fold up like this so that I'll have a finished edge on the back. Now I'm going to take some more tape and just add my tape right there. I don't want anything lifting up. So now I am going to bring in my scoreboard because I need to measure this. And this is about 9 inches. I am going to cut a piece at 8 3/8 by 6 1/4. So I'm going to take this piece and trim it to 6 1/4 by 8 3/4. And so now we should be able to take this piece and put it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my tape to all 4 sides of this piece, and I will be right back. All right, so now we're going to take this piece. We're going to put it right here. And y'all, please do me a favor and make sure that you check the screen. You're watching the screen, because I'm not sure if I did or not, but I might have misspoken when I was giving you the sizes for the inside liner here as I was laying it down. So as I'm editing this video, I'll catch it then and I'll correct it. But I wanted to let you know, just a heads up, make sure that you're watching this, because every now and then I do a misspeak. All right, so we're going to go in and work those spines, making sure that we have everything nice and stuck. Now we should be able to take this, put it on, and have it catch like that. And then we fold over here at the top, and we're going to glue this down in the back. Now when I cut my side piece, I actually cut it 1/8 inch shorter than this, and that was on purpose because I wanted to have just a little bit of an opening on the side. So now we can take this, and I am going to bring in some glue, and we're going to place some glue about halfway up like this. You don't want to place your glue all the way up because you want that top to have some bend to it. So now I'm just going to fold it over like this on the back side. We're going to get that nice and stuck. And so there is our box. I'm not going to put a handle on this, but we are going to make a divider for the inside. All right, y'all, so here's how we're going to make a divider for this. We're going to take a piece of chipboard and we're going to place it in. Now you can place as many dividers in yours as you like, but here's how you figure out what size divider you need. Now this way, it's safe to go with 4 1/2, but this way, you're going to need to measure how much space you have inside, and that is what size you need to cut the chipboard to lengthwise. So I'm not giving a measurement this way because you might have placed your chipboard in more than I did, or you might have placed it a little bit further out than I did. So it's going to depend on how you placed it, but you just simply need to figure out what your sizing is. So now I'm just going to use my glue. Ordinarily, I would use tape on a piece this size, but since it's going on the inside, I'm not too concerned with warping because it's going to be on the inside, and I don't think this is going to warp. So now I'm just going to take this and really work that glue. So now I'm going to take my finger blade and I'm going to cut out a nice little border on this side. We'll have a border here on the bottom. So what we're going to do is I am going to notch here and here, notch here and here, and I'll go ahead and just do my little notch here and here. And this will all make sense in just a minute. So now I'm going to take my glue, place my glue on here. We're going to take this, bring it up, and just fold it over like this. Again, I'm going to use my big old spatula to really spread that glue. Then I'm going to lift up here because I want to cut a little border piece here. And now I'll need to notch in here and notch out there. Notch in here and notch out there. So now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to fold it like this. And we're simply going to open it this way and like this. And when we put it in, we'll be putting it in like this. So we'll have these pieces glued to the side and to the bottom, and it'll go in like that. So let's just go ahead and do this. So I'm going to take my glue, place some glue along the bottom here, flare that out, place some glue. You can make your side pieces smaller if you want. Get that stuck. So now I'm just going to take this and bend it backwards just a little bit. And now I can take it and you can place it anywhere in your box that you want a division. So I'm just going to put mine right in there. Then I'm going to take a look at it to see if it's straight enough for me, and I see that I can straighten that just a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with my long bone folder and get that stuck. And there is my divider. So now I can take my cards, make as many as I want, and place them in along with my envelope. So however you choose to do it. Like I said, you can place as many of these dividers in as you want. You can make the dividers shorter if you want them to be smaller than the cards, or you can do as I've done it here, which I actually like. So I am going to snap that in place. And so then I'm just going to take one of my cut aparts, and I think I want to go with the one that says inspired. So I am going to take that cut apart, I have a little bit of this scrap left, so I am just going to take a little bit of my glue, glue the word inspired to this piece, and then I'll just take my finger blade and cut. And we'll cut this way. Again, you can place this in your trimmer if you want, but I'm just going to free cut it. So here's my piece that says inspired. I am just going to put a little bit of glue right there. And then I think I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. I'm going to add feet. Because I'm not putting a handle on this. And I think that this would make a really cute little desktop piece to keep your cards or your recipes, whatever you want. I think it would be really cute for that. Place that right there. And y'all, I'm just adding my reptile glue because my reptile adhesive will definitely hold this. I have been adding feet to my projects since I've been on YouTube. And I've been using reptile adhesive now for about 4 of those 5 years. And it has never failed me on any project that I've done. Now it will take about 15 minutes for the glue to really set so that I don't have to worry about the feet sliding around. So I am going to give this about 15 minutes and then we'll come back and have a really good look at it. All right, y'all, as you can see, my clothes have changed. That means it is the next day. I decided to go ahead and let the feet on this dry overnight. And then when I came in this morning, I did a little bit of cleanup to the box because I wasn't too pleased with how the inside looked with my fold over flaps. So I'm going to flip to my overhead camera, give you a look at what I did, and then I'll tell you who my giveaway winners are. All right, so here's the front of our box. Our feet are nice and dry, and this just looks so beautiful. On the back, I wanted to tie all of my papers in, so I cut a small strip of the inside liner piece and I put it across the back, and then I added a bow, and I think that just finishes everything off nicely. Then when we open this is how my top is going to open, like this. I'm going to take these cards out, and what I did was I went in and I cut some strips of paper to cover up those fold over pieces. And by the fold over pieces, I mean the pieces that are on this divider that I attached to the side and the bottom. I wanted to clean that just a little bit, so I just cut some extra strips of paper. I placed those strips down, and then I placed them on the inside as well. So I am very pleased with how everything looks now. So you can see that my divider will not go anywhere because it's glued on 3 sides. And like I said, if you want, you can place as many dividers in here as you want. You can even place them lower and add a tab to the top. You still have room to add a tab that is about 3/8 of an inch tall if you wanted to separate these. But for me, what I'll be doing is I'll be doing mine very simply. I'm just going to make a whole bunch of cards, and I'll put those cards in one section, and I'll put the envelopes in another section. Easy peasy way of making your box for all occasion cards. And you can also see that my glue has dried on the sides, and because it is my reptile adhesive, it dries clear, and you don't see any of the glue that you were able to see yesterday. So before I wrap up this video, y'all know what? We have some giveaway winners that we need to announce. We had 4 winners. My sister picked the names for me. And my first winner is Victoria O'Neill. Victoria O'Neill. My second winner is Melba Moen. Melba Moen. My third winner is Heather Robertson. Heather Robertson. And my fourth winner is Angie Wells. Angie Wells. So congratulations to all of the Valentine sticker winners, and thank you all so much for leaving those comments. I loved reading them, and a lot of you didn't even know about the tag stacks. Yeah, tag stacks are a big deal. So make sure that you are checking online for things like that. Type in tag stacks or type in cut apart books and see what comes up. But Joann Fabric, if you are in the US, they have a huge selection of paper crafting supplies, and they usually go on sale very cheaply. So check them out from time to time. I am not sponsored by Joann. I am not receiving any type of affiliate payments from Joann. I just know that from time to time I find some awesome deals there, and I wanted to pass those along to you. So for my giveaway winners, go ahead and claim your prize in the comment section of this video. And then I'll respond to your comment letting you know what I need from you in order to ship you your prize. And we will be having more giveaways upcoming. In fact, I'm thinking about making this box filled with cut-aparts part of a giveaway. What do you think? Would you be interested in having a shot at winning this? If you would, leave me a comment below and let me know. And then I'll decide if I want to give this away or if I want to make one especially for my giveaway winner. So y'all, thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for engaging with my videos in such a positive way. It makes all the difference. So as always, my beautiful, lovely friends, y'all, please stay safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.